Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday again. Great to see you. Welcoming you into the room now. Happy Wednesday. And I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about creating your mastermind group. Let's create your group, guys. The group is going to help you elevate to the next level. I talked to you a week or two ago about accountability and the value of having an accountability partner. I liken a mastermind group to an accountability partner on steroids. It's a group of people who continue to share positive ideas with each other, work toward goals, their own individual goals, together as a unit, as a group, and it is extremely, extremely powerful. So, before we talk about creating our mastermind group, share a couple things with me. Share where you're from. I see Brazil is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us today. Share where you're from and share what you're grateful for. Remember, when you're grateful, you're rich. When you're grateful, you are rich. So share things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share things that have been super helpful for me, working with others. I'm so grateful to have a voice that works. I'm so grateful for arms and legs, eyes. You know, I'm watching these people on TV in the Olympics and it's just, they're fascinating. They're so unbelievable. I'm grateful for my little Olympics, the Olympics of personal and spiritual development, in which I do my very best to be as much as I can possibly be in this world and give these gifts to you. So share with me where you're from, guys. Share with me what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for lights. I'm so grateful that I got my little doggy here in the background. You can't quite see her. I'm just so grateful for everything. Thank you so much. And I'm grateful that you are my family as well, you guys. This is such an awesome thing. And we're going to talk about, as family members, how to grow, because I help you and you help me. So 10 more seconds. What are you grateful for? Grateful for a roof over my head, the basics, food, clean water, the simple stuff, you guys. Grateful that I get out of town here in a couple weeks. I get to go to the East Coast and have a lot of fun with good friends that I love and raise money for Empower Her, the organization for girls who've lost their moms at a young age. I couldn't be more grateful to help. Yes, we got the Northwest in the house. Seattle is up in here. Gonna be in and getting into nature. I love that. I love that. I love that. So guys, the talk today is creating your mastermind group. All right. And what is a mastermind group? A mastermind group is a peer-to-peer mentoring group used to help members solve their problems with input and advice from other group members. All right. It was a concept that was coined in the 1920s by a man named Napoleon Hill in a book that he wrote called The Laws of Success. And then he began to talk more about it and dig more deeply into it in a very famous book called Think and Grow Rich. One of my favorite books of all time. If you haven't read it, it's an awesome one. Think and Grow Rich from the 30s, 1937. Okay, so why this topic? Why should I be talking about your mastermind group and how to create it? The reason why, guys, is this. You're only going to grow or fall at the level of your immediate network. So have people around you that help you grow. You don't have to do it by yourself. You can, of course, you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps, but you don't have to. Work as a team. You guys, we are just like children. You and me. I'm an adult. I'm a 48-year-old man. But we are just like children in so many ways. How so? Number one, we're attracted by things that are shiny. You know, oh my God, look at that car over there, or look at that house, or look at that Prada bag, or whatever. We're just like kids because we are attracted to shiny things. But another great thing, and another way that we're just like children, is like this. If you happen to have one, I have a 12-year-old. You know what's most likely going to decide the future of well-being of your child? This is just like us. The thing that's going to determine the future well-being of your child, so much more than your parenting advice, which I think is important, but so much more than your parenting advice, your kid's peer group is going to determine what happens to them. So much more than what you say at home. You put your kid in a loving environment filled with other kids that are helpful and amazing. Your kid is going to grow. If your kid is in a in a room, in a group filled with kids that are they're just hard, they're difficult, they create tension and strife, it's going to attract that type of life for your child as well. So we're just like children. So let's do the thing for us that we know works for kids and put ourselves in groups of people that enrich us, that allow us to be better human beings. So when it comes to mastermind groups, how big should the mastermind group be? Any size matters. If your mastermind group is 3 people who get together once a week and talk about your goals and ways to get better, fantastic. If your mastermind group is 50 people who get together and talk about how to make your lives better and things that you're working on, fantastic. Or 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. My experience with mastermind groups has been this. I have 3 specific ones that I want to bring up to you. A few years ago, I did a seminar called Power and Peace. And the way that I built that seminar is I had a mastermind group with 3 different people. We all had different goals. Mine was to create and build and launch a seminar in person in Los Angeles, which I did. Another person's goals were all related around his education and how to become like a think type human being, a thinker, a think tank type human being, and create that type of situation around himself, which he did. The third person wanted to create a restaurant and a very specific type of successful vegan pizza, which he did. It's called the Pizza Plant, and you can buy it in Whole Foods right now. It was all created in this mastermind group. Mastermind groups work. That was my first experience. Not my first experience, that was one experience. The second experience is a much longer occurring experience that I've had. It is my book club. I host a book club of personal and spiritual development people every single Wednesday night at 7:30. You can always email me, Yancy@yancyberry.com, and I will give you details on my book club. Or email us info@yancyberry.com, and we will give you information on how to come to my personal and spiritual development book club that we have every single Wednesday night at 7:30. It's online. You can be anywhere in the world, and it's fantastic. We're the type of people we all want to grow. We read books, we have discussion about them, and we get better. I've been doing it for years, and it's been one of the lifelines for me in my life. That's my second one. The third one is I'm part of a group called Metal International. It is a heart-centered group of men who meet on Saturday morning all over the world, and this group is over 500 people. And someone's asking, what is the book that we're on now? Right now, the book that we are on is The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. And next week, we are going to be on You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. An awesome book, one of my favorites of all time. So now I'm in a group called Metal International. It's 500 people, very successful men from all over the planet, heart-centered, who want to give back to communities and help all over the world, as well as share what we do as well. It's an awesome thing. So 3 different mastermind groups that I've been a part of, and they've all been very successful for me. You guys can do it too, and here's how. Meet with your mastermind group weekly, bi-weekly, or every month at least. So somebody might ask, why would I work with a mastermind group? Why wouldn't I just do it on my own? Why can't I just do life on my own? You can. I'm not telling you not to. If you guys want to do it on your own, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, go crazy. Go crazy, do it. But I'm going to share you what my experience has been in over 20 years of working with others to help me. If you want to be linked, email me, Yancy@yancyberry.com, or direct message me right on my page, YB Wellness, and I will send you the information for the book club group. But as far as doing it on your own, for over 20 years, I've worked with others, and it's been really helpful for me. There's a great African proverb. It says this: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Couldn't be more true. But even better, with a mastermind group, you're not just moving with your tribe. You're moving with a group of high flyers, people who desire and expect success. If you work with a mastermind group, you'll go farther and faster. Both will happen for you. Do it, do it, Do it. And if you guys have listened to my talks, I always say that beautiful quote by Ray Dalio, 1 + 1 = 3. 1 + 1 = 3, because I see things that you might not see. You see things that I might not see, and we help each other. I have strengths that you might not have. We work together, and we're more powerful as two people. There's three of us. It's basically like there's three of us. There's a third mind. There's a third person that comes in because we work together. So if 1 + 1 = 3, what does 5 + 5 equal? If there's 5 of us, it equals 20. It equals 15 or more. If there's 10 of us, if there's 10 + 10, it equals 30. You guys, we see each other's blind spots when we work together in groups. That's why that's one of my favorite quotes. 1 + 1 = 3. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Original African math. I believe it. I absolutely believe it so. You guys, I am a group energy person always. It's been so helpful for me. It pulled me out of the gutter, man. It's how I got clean and sober, was with a group. Alcoholics Anonymous. Groups and group energy is amazing. Have you guys ever been to a live show that had like 4 people at it? It sucked, didn't it? But what if you go to a show with 100 people? What if you go to a show with 1,000 people? What if you go to a show with 10,000 people? All of that energy swarms together and it helps you. It's the same thing with a mastermind group. The group energy is what matters. Energy is everything. Energy is power. So let's go. All right. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Mother plus father equals father, mother, and baby. Couldn't be more true. I'm going to use that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What a beautiful sentiment, and how true. So who's best for your mastermind group? Just anybody? Not really. Hey, let me think about the 3 or 4 people that I hang around with now. Possibly, if and only if they're high flyers and people who are seeking success with everything in them and quite frankly, get shit done. If they're that type of person, yes. Seek high flyers. Aim high first. Okay, guys? Now, when it comes to your mastermind group, you can create your own. Like I did. I created book club. I made it out of thin air. It's something that I wanted to do. I wanted to remember these lessons that I was reading. So I started asking other people, hey, let's meet on Wednesday night and let's read and let's talk about it and let's get better. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. So you can create your own mastermind groups, or you can find mastermind groups that already exist. They're already out there. The group I'm with on Saturday mornings for heart-centered men called Metal International, it's already been in existence for like 15 years or something like that. It's been around forever. Join other groups or create your own. If you want to create your own, the people you want to be with, ask these questions. Whether you want to do it yourself or whether you want to join another group, ask these questions. Who would be fantastic accountability partners? That's one question. Who would be fantastic accountability partners? Second question, who has strengths that I don't have? Okay, ask those type of questions. Who has things that I don't have that I can join with and grow, and I can give them things that they don't have? The third thing, if you have more people in your group than you can even imagine, and you're thinking about bringing in others, who is committed to showing up? Who's committed to giving it their all? Your team matters. If your starting 5 is strong, you're going to win the game almost every time. If your starting 5 is weak and you're the strongest person on the team, you're probably going to lose most of the time. It can be that way, okay? Think about this. Questions are the answer, like I always said. Also, what mastermind group options do I have that are already out there? It doesn't have to be just about what we make. We can make it. And I'm going to tell you, direct message people that you want to be in your mastermind group. I'm going to give you a great secret about asking advice here in a minute. They don't need to be your friends at all. They can be, if and only if they're willing to do the work and they are capable of getting things done. Yes, yes. That's it. Thank you for putting those questions in the chat. Who can get things done that I can't? Who has strengths that I don't have? Who would be fantastic as an accountability partner? Who's committed to showing up and giving it their best? And what other options do I have out there? big deals for creating a mastermind group. So when you're starting to think about who to create as a mastermind group, you want to watch this talk and get to know and explain to people what the value of a mastermind group is. Hey, I want to do this thing. I think you and I can be better together than I am on my own. And I think we can be together better than you are on your own. And we are going to grow a group, and we are going to go to the moon with our capability, skills, and ability to get things done. Not know what a mastermind group is, be able to explain what it is to others, and they will be willing to join you. Keep going until you find the right people. Yes, indeed. So when you think of people that you want to have in your mastermind group, guess what? They certainly don't have to be people that you know. They can be people who are super successful, ultra successful. They can be famous even, whatever. You just have to reach out. And the way you reach out is this. There's a few. You can direct message people. Do you know that I have people in my life today, people who are part of my circle, who met me on Instagram? They met me on Instagram. They liked what I was doing. They said, hey, I want to connect. I have people in my life who met me through Instagram. You can direct message people. They may not respond. They likely won't respond, but it can happen. Second of all, more importantly, heartfelt emails. Email people. Email people. Email people's management. Let them know, here's what I'm looking to create. But most importantly, think about what you can do to help them. Not, hey, here's what I think you should do to help me. No, here's what I'm thinking about, what I can do, and here's how it can help you. 3, check this out for a way to contact somebody. How about a handwritten letter? If you want to contact somebody that you don't know now, if you want to contact somebody and have them actually look at your words and read them, do you know how often you get a handwritten letter in the mail? Think about it. When's the last time you got one? If you send somebody a handwritten letter in the mail, they are going to read it. And then you're going to say, here's how I would like to be of service to you. Yes, send a handwritten letter, direct message, email. Think of other ways. Send a friggin' carrier pigeon. Think of multiple ways that you can contact people. And it will work if you have enough of a pool of people to contact. Or send stickers. Send stickers to people you love. I got a beautiful handwritten set of stickers from my friend Michelle Mingo. And do you know that it meant more to me than anything that I've gotten in an email this week or a direct message? It was heartfelt. It mattered, right? Yes, it mattered to me. It's the simple things, you guys. Now, when it comes to reaching out to people, the most important thing is this. How can I help you? Not, hey, I'm reaching out to you so you can help me. No, I'm reaching out because I really feel that I can help you become better than you are today. And here's why. Or I have a secret, you guys. I have a secret that I've used. This is a biggie. Listen to me now on this talk. If you want to connect with people who are more successful and really high flyers, there's a very special technique, and I'm going to give it to you now. Don't tell anybody I said this. It's between us. Just kidding. You guys, the secret is this. There is a subtle power in asking for advice. Ask ridiculously successful people. Ask high flyers for advice. They love it. Hey, you know what? I was wondering if I could have your advice. I was wondering if I could ask you for some advice. You're extremely successful, and I respect your opinion so much. I wanted to know what your thoughts would be. What would your suggestions be on building a mastermind group? I want to connect with people like you, people who are ridiculously successful. What would your advice be to me to do that? Connect with people like you. You guys, it matters so much. People love to be asked advice. As a matter of fact, I have an entire spreadsheet of high flyers, really successful people that I created conversations around just like that. Hey, I want to ask your advice. I'm really looking to become a very successful coach. And I know because you're successful today, you would have some great opinions on what I should be able to teach people, on what lessons are valuable, on how to get there. Would you like to would you be willing to give me your advice? I'll buy lunch. It's on me. You guys, I have more than 10 people, more than a dozen people I've met that way. And I provide lunch. I give them something special, something nice, and they give me the advice. And it's then become guess what? The most important part about asking for advice is mean it. And number 2, follow through with what they suggest. I've put their exact words into my coaching curriculum. I have a coaching curriculum that I've built over the last 5+6 years, and it's been all built on advice of extremely successful high flyers and things that have worked for me, a great combination. So the subtle secret of asking for advice, it works really well. So if you have a high flyer you want to connect with, hey, please, I'd love to ask your advice on something. You're really successful. I respect you. I respect your opinion. I would like your advice on getting better at this. What would you suggest if you were me? So do it. It works. And follow through. Absolutely. When they say something, do it. Because guess what? There's a reason they're successful. They didn't luck up. They're successful because they did the work. All right. So then after that, you ask them, hello. The follow-up, because you now have rapport, is when you come back to them later and go, that mastermind group I was building, I would be honored if you were a piece of it. And what can I give you in return? What is it in your life that you might need help with that I can give you in return of joining this mastermind group with me? I have this person lined up. They're an amazing person in this way. I have this person lined up. They're an amazing person in this way. And I want you to join me too. Then you follow up and ask them, right? It's an amazing thing. Ask them, what can you bring to the table? How can I help you? Ask them if there's any needs. What's going on in your life and how can I be of service to you? And the last thing I'm going to say, the last part of this talk is this. When it comes to mastermind groups, think outside of the box, you guys. Think in different ways than people might not think of typically. The man who wrote Think and Grow Rich and talked all about mastermind groups had a very special thing that he called his invisible counselors. And what this man, Napoleon Hill, would do is every single night, thank you so much for saying that. I'm just giving you what I've learned, and I appreciate you being here so much. What this man, Napoleon Hill, would do every single night is he would close his eyes and he would have a boardroom table. And he would have all his invisible counselors around that room. People like Abraham Lincoln, who wasn't alive anymore. Darwin, the scientist. Jesus, Thomas Edison. This man would close his eyes and he'd have boardroom meetings with these invisible counselors. And he would even hear them say things. He would watch them talk and give him insights and give him advice. And he would then wake up and write that stuff down. You can think completely outside of the box. Things don't have to happen one way. You can have multiple mastermind groups, and you can even have a mastermind group of people who aren't even alive or aren't connected with you in any way, shape, or form. You'll learn from them. Connect with something bigger than us. I do it every single week when I talk to you guys when we go into meditation. You guys, connect with something bigger. It's just a different way to do things. Think outside of the box. It's something that my therapist is having me do right now. My therapist is having me connect with these people. A combination that I created of the most nurturing person that I've ever met. A superhero version of my Aunt Thelma, my Aunt Baby. That's what I called her. I have a hero version of her. She's not alive anymore. I have a hero version of the most protective person who I've ever had in my life. My big brother David, he's not alive anymore, but he was the most protective person that I've ever had in my life. I have a superhero version of him that I have come in to my mastermind group. And then I have my own most knowing human being, the all-knowing person. And it's a very special, complex version of God. It's just my complex version, which is, if you guys have ever seen movies where like Morgan Freeman is God and he's like this all-knowing, very loving human being. I have a combination of him combined with Morpheus from the Matrix. If you guys know Morpheus from the Matrix, I have a combination of them as my all-knowing, all-teaching human being. And then I have young Yancy, little Yancy, the little Yancy that always needed to be protected and loved. Little Yancy who only just needed to be supported and loved and hugged. And I have us all together. That's a mastermind group that I go into with them. Yes, my therapist taught me this, and I've been using it ever since. It's so incredible. So think outside of the box. You guys can do that too. Your boardroom of people, they don't even have to be here. Greats of all time. Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, all of these geniuses, they can be part of your mastermind group too. But use that thing that I was telling you about. The nurturer, a superhero version. The protector, and the all-knower. Superhuman versions of these, superhero versions of these, superhero versions of these. I love that. Let them come in and let them help you and let them support you on a daily basis. Yes, the Dalai Lama, Michelle, you're all over it. All of these greats, you guys. You know, Helen Keller, Louise Hay. Let them be part of your mastermind group. So build one of people who are alive. Build one of people who you're not connected with, people who might have passed. Let them be a part of what helps you grow, okay? I talked a long time today, so no guided meditation today. If you need a guided meditation, go back to some of my previous talks. They're listed as guided meditations and talks. Use them to grow. Use them to connect. Use them to get spiritually in tune, okay? Use them to channel. Okay? And your child self. Yes, your child self, the young you, the one that needed love. Close your eyes and bring them all in together, you guys. Okay? So no guided meditation, just a talk today. But you guys, I could not be more grateful for today because you're here with me and I'm here with you and we are our own mastermind group right now. So since our mastermind group meets on Wednesdays right here at 12 o'clock with these talks, let people know. When I post it or I put it in my story, share it. Share it. Say, hey, there's this talk that's going to be Wednesdays and it has a guided meditation in the end. And it's rocking. Or at least I hope it is, right? I believe so. I give you every single thing I can and I've gotten some great feedback. Also, if there's feedback on how to get better, let me know. So thank you to all my friends. Thank you to my book club people who are here, my friends, my loved ones. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys tonight. It's on. We're going to finish up Don Miguel Ruiz, and then we're going to get prepared for Louise Hay, and we're going to get better. 12 p.m. Pacific. Thank you very much for asking for the clarification. Wednesdays, 12 p.m. Pacific. This talk right here is going to stop. Isn't going to stop. If it's just me on here, or if there's a million people right here, okay, it's not going to stop. 12 p.m. Pacific. I'll see you guys next week. I could not be more grateful for you. Love and blessings, love and blessings. Thank you for showing up and showing out as your most amazing selves. Be well.